Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. I'm with Oculus Rift Reviews. Today we're going to review and play Virtual Hero VR, a free-to-play game on the Steam store for the HTC Vive and the Oculus Rift. It was released today, June 17th, 2019. I will put a link on my video. We can download this game for free. I'm going to have to give a neutral recommendation for this app. I think this game, would probably appeal to fans of this TV show in Spain, but I don't think it would appeal in any way to any VR veteran. If you're new to VR, maybe this type of sandbox play, this Easter egg finding type of play, might also appeal to you. Keep in mind, the voiceovers are in Spanish, but there are English subtitles. This is based on the Spanish TV show Virtual Hero, and so if you're a fan of the show, you'll probably recognize a lot of stuff in this room, but if you're not, you'll probably be confused by all the things mentioned. You probably won't know what they mean, or they probably won't signify anything at all to you, so you'll be looking into the experience just for basically the entertainment factor, and unfortunately there is not a whole lot to be entertained. The mini games included are just not that fun. The Easter eggs are okay. There's some humorous stuff, but for the most part, it just falls flat. Again, if you're not familiar with the show like me, you just don't know what they're talking about, or if it's funny, or if it should be funny. Basically, you're dropped into the room of this boy. I believe this is Rubius, the main protagonist of this TV show, and he's asleep or passed out in his chair, and you're basically snooping around his room and finding Easter eggs, and some of them are mini games, some of them just do a little gag. For example, there's a Flappy Bird's arcade cabinet, and you get a virtual coin and you put it in, and then you start playing Flappy Bird on that arcade cabinet. It just isn't very fun. You just basically hit one button, the jump button, and see the little Flappy Bird in the 2D screen go up and down those buildings. It won't keep you entertained for very long. There's a light gun that you can pick up, and flying objects will come into the room, and then you're supposed to shoot them. It's not very well polished though, so for me it just wasn't very fun, and something that I've done several times already in VR, and this iteration just wasn't the best of those experiences that I've had in the past. There's a mushroom, and you can eat that mushroom, and I guess you get high, and you see a bunch of virtual coins just spawn, and then you just teleport around and pick up coins. There's no platforming, there's no challenge, it's just teleporting around and picking up coins. I didn't find that very fun at all. You can also pick up a marker and just draw all over Rubius. And I tried drawing something funny on his face, and I just couldn't, because the marker just didn't feel right, and it just too clunky to use. I couldn't tell exactly where it was going to draw, and so when I was trying to draw something on his face, I just had no control over it. I really couldn't draw anything. So I ended up just making a bunch of random marks on his face, and that just shows the lack of polish in the game. I just really couldn't draw anything. I wanted to draw like little horns and draw a little mustache, typical stuff, but the controls were so terrible that I just couldn't. So I ended up just drawing random marks. Now the funny part is, if you draw really fast, or if you go up and down or make motions towards his face, he'll make some, I guess, sexual innuendo. You might find that funny, or I guess find it inappropriate if you have a little child that you want to play this with. You can pick up items, and most of them will interact. For example, that little electric guitar. And there's a little copy machine that you can make little copies from. There's the camcorder that you can record stuff in the room. Beware though, this is one of the few times that you can actually see your avatar. So there's my avatar. Probably the avatar creation process was probably the most fun thing about this experience. But beware, it does have a little error where on the desktop screen it won't show the game that you play afterwards, which in this case was the light gun game that I couldn't show the gameplay of because of that error. After you do enough Easter eggs, you get into this cinematic scene, and it looks pretty cool. So this is probably one of the nicest parts of this experience. But unfortunately, you don't do much. You basically just pick up a sword and just swing once, and then it's over. So it ended kind of in a dud. And so in the end, I'm just going to give this a 5 out of 10. I think this might appeal to fans of the show, but to everyone else, it probably won't appeal to you. So I'm going to give this a 5 out of 10. I'm not sure it's worth the download unless you're a fan of the show. I'm Fast Lawyer. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.